What's up, everybody? So Asa and I are going to show you something that we saw this weekend that was pretty cool. We're going to build a paintball gun stand using 3/4 inch PVC. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on it. Asa's going to build it. So Asa, go ahead and start, and then I'll tell them what they need. So he's going to start putting together. For the sake of the video, we're not going to glue it. However, if there are pieces that you want glued, this is the kind of glue you want. You can get this from any hardware store or Lowe's or whatever. So we'll talk about that at the end more here. But for the sake of lack of ventilation, and we're going to probably have to take this thing apart a couple times, we're not going to glue it together right now. So he's just going to put it together. So what you need is about 6 feet of 3/4 inch CPVC. Then, or PVC, not CPVC, PVC. Then you need to get 90-degree fittings, which that's a 90-degree fitting. You need 6 of those, and then you need 4 of the T's, which Asa can hold one up. All right. Then what you're gonna need to do is cut pieces at 12 inch, 2 of them at 12 inches, 2 of them at 10 inches, 2 of them at 3 inches, 2 of them at 2 inches, and 2 of them at 1 inch. And then the one for the barrel stand itself, for the ETHA 3M and for the GS Mini, they're the same. But if you have a different gun than that, then it may not work. So you may have to measure it specifically for your gun. But for the GS Mini or the ETHA 3M, it's a 6 3/4 inch cut for the one separate one. You'll see what I mean. So he's getting rocking there. Those are the 2 little 1 inch pieces. And again, see how this, you'll see here in a minute once he's done with it, like you may not want to glue all of it together because it kind of folds up nice. And it's still pretty sturdy, but I think over time, like those just being pushed together will become pretty loose. But anyway, I'll let him get that together and go from there. But yeah, this idea came from a paintball tournament this weekend that we had, and everybody rolled up and had all their nice things to have their guns set out and all that. It was pretty cool. So this kind of inspired us, and it is a pain in the butt sometimes when you're trying to get pods together and whatever else, someplace to lay your gun, and then put paint in the top of it and hold it upright and all that stuff. So
that can't be a pain in the butt.
Yeah. So this seemed like a pretty easy fix, and it's not as expensive as the ones on like HK Army and Lone Wolf and all that stuff. And actually, we heard a review too that I was talking to somebody about this, and they were saying they bought one from one of those vendors, won't say who, and it actually wouldn't even hold the paintball gun up as you would fill it up. So this is actually extremely sturdy, more sturdy than I thought. Even without it being glued together, it's still pretty sturdy. So anyway, that is it completely assembled. And again, you can glue some stuff together. Show them like the way it can fold a couple of different ways.
All right, so you can fold it here and here. So it's pretty compact. And then you can fold it here and then here.
Or you can glue it and leave the tail part out that holds the tank here folded out. So you could glue that together and leave that, but then so it still folds down flat, you can leave that loose. Or you could just glue it all together and it's rigid, and you don't have to worry about it bending or moving if you get loaded. Like I said, it's pretty tight right now. I don't think it would go anywhere loaded. But throw one of the guns in it, and actually throw them both in it. You can see it fits. Yeah. This is an Empire Mini GS with a 48 cubic inch tank, and fits it perfect.
And here.
And it's sturdy.
That's like our table log line.
Yeah. So the other thing you may want to customize is how we did the front. If you wanted to cut like the top off of that or something like that, you could. Or if you want to just turn it sideways and have it resting on there, you could. But I think that it would probably not be as secure like this. There's the Etha 3M. Again, sturdy, no problem. So anyway, I'll post up, when I post this up, wherever I post it, I will put in the description, you know, the cuts that you need and all the materials we used, and let you guys make one for yourself. So that's how you do it, and good luck, everybody. See ya.